everyone, how are we today? Just doing a quick all signs reading. We are looking at the person that you are not currently in contact with. Okay, so regardless of sort of how long this has been a no contact situation, we are looking at love. For some of you it may be platonic love, but for majority of you the intention is romantic love that we are going to be looking at, those sorts of situations where you're not currently in contact with that person. Okay, I will be using, I've got the Dreaming Lenormand here, as well as the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle. Okay, so the way that I'm going to do this today, I'm going to do a 3-card spread. So we will have your energy, their energy, and then the energy in the middle as well. Okay, and then we will use the oracle for any extra sort of information needing to be shared. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. It really does help the channel grow. So thank you so much. I will, as always, be taking timestamps, so they will be in the description box. Starting us off with Aries today. Okay, so Aries and the person that they are not in contact with. Aries and the person that they are not in contact with. 3 cards, Aries energy, the person's energy, and the energy in the middle. Okay, Aries and the person that they are not currently in contact with. Okay, Aries, their person that they're not in contact with, and the energy in the middle. Okay, so firstly, the energy in the middle, we do see the birds. So that's a very interesting shared energy, because it does sort of show us that both of you are wanting or considering conversation with the other. Okay, the birds is a bit of a gossipy energy too. It can sometimes, it is sometimes my therapy card. So, both of you may actually be talking to other people about what's happened here with this no contact situation. It's kind of, it can also talk about, a little bit of gossipy type of rumor type energy. So there might be a few misbeliefs between the two of you, or it's kind of that energy of like, you may have heard rumors from somebody about what's going on for the other person, and vice versa. It is sort of on both sides there, the joint energy. But, as a joint energy, it really is signaling the need for a conversation more than anything else. Your energy, Aries, we have the Child coming through. So you're over here trying to sort of just be playful, just focus on the adventure. I am getting a little bit of immaturity from that energy, Aries, mostly because the other person's energy is a very mature energy. We have the Tree for the other person, which is a very wise, mature kind of energy. This person is focusing on their own growth and healing. More than anything, they're kind of, trying to take care of themselves, whereas you're, just having fun. So you're running around having a bit of fun, being very playful, childlike energy. For some of you there, it may be some issues wrapped up with, childhood trauma. I am getting a kind of mirroring energy here a little bit, Aries. So you may be trying to heal from some childhood stuff. As well, I do feel as though you may be trying to heal, but you're doing it in a different kind of way. This person is being very focused on the growth, focused on the healing, trying to take care of themselves, trying to be very wise and mature about it, and just in their energy, they are trying to keep themselves sustained in some kind of way, whereas you're embracing the adventure of life a little bit more over here, Aries. Anything Aries needs to know in regard to the no contact situation? Any other additional information for Aries with this no contact situation? I have the Clock. needs time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal and progress. So I do feel as though, yes, you both are aware there may be some conversations that need to happen here, but it may just take a little bit of time. We do see that this is kind of like divine timing, that, this conversation will happen when it's the right time. I feel like it's not really the right time as of yet, especially when that says time to heal, and we do see a healing card on this person's side. So I do feel as though, giving this person a little bit more time to heal may definitely be necessary here, Aries. Okay, so that's what we have for you. Obviously, more than welcome to check out your other placements or cross-watch the person's placements, and we will move on over to our Taurus. Okay, Taurus in the person that they are not currently in contact with. Taurus in the person that they are not currently in contact with. We've got Taurus's energy, the person they are not in contact with, and then the energy in the middle. Your energy here, we have the cross. So I feel like you're feeling a little bit burdened by this connection just in general, still holding on to it a little bit, carrying it around on your shoulders a little bit, Taurus, the weight of the world on your shoulders. But you are really trying to, look at it very, spiritually, trying to have faith that this is like, I'm hearing the phrase, this is God's plan. Whereas, regardless of what you believe, whether it's God, the universe, whatever, it's kind of like this, you're just sort of trusting that if this is meant to be, it will be. If not, that's fine too. You're kind of just allowing it to be whatever it is at the moment. Trying not to, you know, I do feel for some of you, Taurus, you are holding on to a little bit of hope here, a little bit of, faith that this will come back around for you, if that is destined to happen. You do feel as though there is a bit of destiny connected to this person, and even though it is no contact, but you're kind of telling yourself it's either destiny that it's going to pop back around, or it's destiny that, what was destined has already happened. So it's kind of an interesting blend there. This person's energy, we do see the garden. Okay, so that is my date card. I don't feel as though that's actually directly towards you, Taurus. I feel as though this is that person kind of dating around, trying to meet new people, trying to meet up with people. And, it does feel a little bit more hookup type energy than, dating to date long term. It does feel a little bit more casual, like they're just casually, meeting new people and getting out and about, spending a lot of time, out publicly with friends and being very social and networking and all that sort of stuff. We do have the energy in the middle. We have the mice. Okay, so that does let us know that there is a strong joint energy here, that you both are, a little bit stressed about the connection still, but you're also both very aware that this is in the past and it's gone too far. It's lost a little bit. It's, one or both you may feel as though it was kind of ripped out, like the rug was ripped out from underneath you, but you both kind of are accepting that this is, the opportunity here for you and this person has kind of been lost. All right, but we'll have a look at the any extra additional information for Taurus and the person that they are not currently in contact with. Any additional information for Taurus with the person that they are not currently in contact with. The snake. Okay, so competition, enemy, clever, malicious, looking over your shoulder, the other woman. So, yeah, I do feel as though that is more so on this person's side. Like we do see them sort of getting out and about, playing the field a little bit there. So it does feel as though they are trying to, get involved in other connections. And, for some of you, it is in a malicious kind of way. It's kind of like they're trying to show off that they can have another connection. I kind of feel like for some of you it is a little bit malicious, that they're trying to sort of have another connection that they can kind of prance around with and try to make Taurus jealous kind of thing. Not going to lie. So that's what we have for you, Taurus. Of course, you're more than welcome to check your other placements, cross-watch the person's placements as well, and we will move on over to our Geminis. Okay, Gemini and the person that they are not currently in contact with. Gemini and the person they are not currently in contact with. Okay, Gemini's energy. Person they are not in contact with. Energy in the middle. Interesting, Gemini. The energy in the middle, we have the feminine, the woman there. So that is kind of like a very emotional, more so emotional energy. Trying to nurture oneself type of energy, both in this very feminine, softer energy where, you both are still feeling a little bit emotional about the connection, but you're both dealing with it in very, very different ways. Okay, this person that you're not in contact with, it's very straightforward for them. They have the fish here, so they're focusing on money. They're just focused on money and abundance. So they may be really sort of throwing themselves into work, trying to distract themselves from their emotions by just working, focusing on money, that sort of stuff. You, on the other hand, Gemini, we have the whip here. So is that you are sort of beating yourself up, feeling guilty for the way that things have happened between you and this person, or is it that you're still, there is, for some of you here, it's very much like you're still wanting to continue the fight in a way, like you're still wanting to, argue with this person. It's causing you a bit of trouble and tension. Like, obviously you're a little bit more troubled by this. You both are troubled by it, emotionally, but you're reacting in a very different way. You're either self-internalizing that and feeling a lot of guilt and shame and beating yourself up, punishing yourself for the way that things have happened and the way that this has gone. Your person here, they're just distracting themselves. They're trying to really not pay attention to their emotions at the moment. Whereas you're in a bit of conflict here, and with that conflict, I am picking up on like there is still a bit of anger, so there's this. I feel like there's a part of you, Gemini, where you would kind of really love the opportunity to just go off at this person, so. There's a bit of anger about the way that things have happened there coming from your side of things, Gemini. But for some of you, that anger is all sort of directed at yourself. So be careful with that. But, we do see that the shared energy here is the feminine. So, accepting those emotions is going to help you move on through that. And, it's okay to feel angry. That's totally normal feeling. It's just about releasing that anger in healthy ways. All right. Any additional information for Gemini and the person they are not currently in contact with? Not what I was expecting to see for this spot, Gemini. We have love. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. So I think maybe that's part of why you're in so much you're trying to fight about this, because you know that the love was real. So it was. The love between the two of you was real. Just because it's a no contact situation right now does not take that away from you. You're both just in very emotional states right now. One of you is distracting and avoiding facing emotions whatsoever, and the other one of you is taking all those emotions out on yourself, or trying to take all those emotions out. So you're both dealing with this in very different ways. So, either way, if you both do genuinely have this unconditional love for each other, it's just going to take some time to work through the emotional side of things, and before we can actually, come back to each other and work through the rest of it together. All right, right now it's like a little bit too volatile to actually be right next to each other trying to sort this out, because this person, they're just going to run away, and you're going to sort of chase them, be like shh, is sort of how I'm getting that there, that you are ready to confront things, whereas this person is still trying to run away a little bit. So it will take a little bit of time before we can sort of find some middle ground there, in order to rectify that situation, if that's what you want here. All right, but you are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Cross-watch the person's placements, subscribe to the channel. We will move on over to our Cancers. Okay, Cancer. Cancer and the person that you are not currently in contact with. Cancer and the person that you are not currently in contact with. Cancer, person in the middle. Okay, I am seeing, Cancer, you're both I'm not, it's interesting because the shared energy is actually very positive here. But both of you, so this is you here with the book, and then this person here with the bear energy. So both the book and the bear are both very logic, rational type energies. Both in their masculine, I suppose. Both trying to be very, intelligent, and so not going to lie, there may be a little bit of a power dynamic going on here, control dynamic between you and this person, especially coming from this person, because them having the bear really is the one that wants to be the authority, very strong, powerful. They're used to taking charge and leading the way. This person may have some very clear boundaries, or they're trying to establish some very clear boundaries. There is also this tendency here that, if you get a little bit too close, or if you, in the human instance, if you trigger this person a little bit, they may get very defensive, to the point where it may actually turn into aggression, or passive aggressiveness type stuff. So they might have some issues with their self-control, even though they are trying to sort of, feels like they're trying to control every little thing here. Whereas you with the book, it's more of a control coming from your own intelligence, and the fact that you seem a little bit more free-spirited than this person, where you're more willing to accept that, that the future's not set in stone, that there is a bit of mystery, that anything could happen, sort of thing. You are ready to embrace the next chapter, whether it be with this person or separately. So that's really good energy for you here, Cancer. This person, they're a little bit more set in their ways than you seem to be here. You're using that intelligence as wisdom, as learning, to move forward into the next chapter in a more positive sort of way, whereas this person, they're just very focused on structure, I feel, trying to structure things, trying to control the boundaries and the structure around themselves. But in the middle here, the joint energy, we have the key. Okay, so you both are very willing. It's interesting. The key unlocks success. So you both are willing to sort of open that door back up and have a look at it, and welcome each other back in a sense here. but both of you may also be willing to look at other options as well. The key quite often has multiple doors attached, not just one. It doesn't unlock just the one door that leads back to you, Cancer. It could actually open up other options for the both of you as well. So I feel as though you both are trying to be very logical, rational about this as to whether, what door are we going to open here. But, the joint energy in the middle there being the key, it overall, as an overall, it kind of really does talk about, you're both open to success with each other. Okay, so, but we're not sort of closed off to the other option that if we can't have that success with each other, that we will find that success elsewhere. Any additional information for Cancer and the person they are not currently in contact with? Yeah, heartbroken. Okay, so deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. So, I feel like that's why you're both trying to be very logical about this, because, you both are a little bit heartbroken. And it's not so much heartbroken about what's happened between the two of you. It's kind of a little bit heartbroken to not be in contact with the other, is what I'm feeling here. It's kind of you're both feeling a bit lost without the other one in constant contact with you. So both just a little bit heartbroken. There does, I was a bit concerned that there was no emotions coming through, but they are definitely there. So there is potential for success here, but we both need to sort of deal with the heartbreak side of things, as well as, so there's a little bit of healing, a little bit of extra knowledge needed, and especially if there is some sort of control issue that obviously needs to be worked out as well. But mostly on your this person's side, where they need to just sort of accept your boundaries as well. It's well and good for them to put up strong boundaries around themselves, but they need to accept that they need to accept that you have your own boundaries as well. All right. So that's what we have for you, Cancer. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, cross-watch your person's placements, and we will move on over to our Leos. Okay, Leo and the person that they are not currently in contact with. Leo and the person they are not currently in contact with. Okay, Leo's energy, person they're not in contact with, and in the middle. Interesting. I have love at the bottom of the deck, the heart there at the bottom of the deck. There is a lot of hidden energy here. It's kind of like you both fronting big time. Because your energy here, Leo, we have the Mountain. So you seem to be very taken aback by the obstacles, the delays between you and this person. You are a little bit perseverant here. You're willing to put in the work to overcome all this ish between the two of you. This person, Leo, we have the Snake. So it's a very interesting energy, because I'm getting a few things off that. The Snake energy here. Like it can be, it's kind of going, but it kind of feels like, because the Snake energy, it can be a little bit of deception or betrayal, but also disillusionment. So and delusion, basically, so that deceiving themselves with, something, an idea that isn't necessarily the truth of the situation. So they're kind of, deceiving themselves a little bit here. So it's kind of giving kind of giving like they're putting all the blame on you, to be honest. And that you're admitting that the personal responsibility. This is a card of personal responsibility, and that yes, I know that there's these delays, these obstacles, these blockages. I'm going to work on them, but this person seems to suit their ego, and it makes them then able to say, oh well, yes, if you're willing to work on it, Leo, well, it must be all your fault. So it's kind of like they're trying to blame you, and that's a little bit of them deceiving themselves by blaming you completely for the situation, because it does feel like they must be partly to blame if they are deceiving themselves by blaming you. But with the snake here, I'm also getting a strong passion and a strong physical desire. All right, the snake does have it is the card of physical intimacy and temptation. So it's kind of like that's another deception. They're telling themselves that it's just physical. That I miss Leo because of the physical, because Leo is my temptation. But that's a bit of a deception in itself, because they know that it's more than that. They do know that it's more than that, but they're trying to just sort of tell themselves like, oh yeah, I might get back in contact with Leo just for the sex, and but then the energy in the middle. Look, we're both willing to give. This is the flowers. We're both willing to give. Both are willing to give our time, our love, our energy to each other. It's reciprocal energy by itself. So to see that in the middle is fantastic, because the energy flow is going both ways. That you are both willing to give and receive, with this connection. So the flowers between the two of you, it is a very, very positive energy, and we could see some positive changes, but it will take a little bit of work on your end, and it will take a little bit of this person facing up to the full extent, taking a bit more personal responsibility, I feel. But any extra additional information for Leo and the person they are not currently in contact with, please? Yeah, the runner. All right, we have the runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to their ego. So straight away we can see that that's that snaky energy over there, where you're willing to put in the work. You're already standing tall and strong, and still, the mountain does not move. Whereas the snake, they can move quite quickly when they want to. They hear a noise and they're gone. Look, there's the runner gone. So this person may have a bit of a fear of intimacy, and they're listening to their ego saying, yeah, it's all Leo's fault, not me. I wouldn't do anything wrong. But at the end of the day, you both are willing to give to this. So if that's what you want, there is the potential to, find that middle ground. It just seems to be, someone needs to give first, and then we will, get the it will end up flowing both ways. But like I said, I do feel as though it may just be this person sort of impulsively going, I'm just going to call Leo, for a bit of a booty call. Like, it's just sex. It's just sex. And, it's nothing more. But then they're willing to actually give a lot more than just the physical intimacy when it all comes down to it. It just feels like that may be their the little instigation thing that pops out of that person, to sort of get things restarted here. So that's what we've got for you, Leo. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, cross-watch the person's placements, and subscribe, and we will move on over to our Virgos. Okay, Virgo and the person that they are not currently in contact with. Virgo and the person you are not currently in contact with. Person, energy in the middle. can I just clarify which? Can you just give me one card to clarify for Virgo and the person they are not currently in contact with, please? Okay, I thought so. Virgo, we have the letter coming through for you. So your energy is focused on communication and, the things that you need to say to this person, the things that you need to hear from this person. Communication. You're wanting to send, to receive messages, conversations. You're ready for that communication between yourself and this person. Your mind is very focused on, we need to have contact so that we can communicate. We need to talk it out, kind of energy. This person, Virgo, we have the coffin coming through for them. So that's actually in the, that can mean quite a few things here, but in the context of what I'm seeing here, especially once I've clarified that, it does sort of show us that this person is willing to, put an end to the past and put an end to the no contact situation here and have a new beginning. So it's a death and then a rebirth on this person's side, so that they're willing to, bury the past and put an end, close the lid on the past so that we can have a rebirth together. All right, that we can have some sort of new beginning, between us. Because in the middle here we have the lily. Okay, so that talks about emotional intimacy, vulnerability. So when you are thinking about that communication, Virgo, make sure you do sort of express vulnerability. And I do feel as though that will be reciprocal as well. You both are very focused on the shared emotions and intimate, vulnerable stuff between the two of you. The lily is also the longevity card, long term. So you both are willing to meet in the middle with long-term energy. We have that clarified by the garden here, which is the card of meetings. So meeting up, meeting in the middle, this is my date card, going on a date night with this person so that we can sort of compromise, meet in the middle. To this person, it seems to be very important to, close the lid on the past and move on from the past and have a brand new beginning here. Whereas for you, it seems to be the highlight is the communication. Both of you, though, very focused on long-term together, and the vulnerability, the emotional intimacy between the two of you as well. So, that may help you, work this out. But we will see if there's any additional information here for you, Virgo. Virgo and the person that they are not currently in contact with. Any additional information for Virgo and the person they are not currently in contact with. Interesting. We have the axe. All right, which is, I'll explain, but it does say break up, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, and abandonment. So I do feel as though this is more so along the lines of that silent treatment, about stopping the pattern, because before we can rebuild something, we need to smash it to pieces. So this is where we're sort of separating, smashing up whatever's happened in the past here, so that we can sort of have a clean slate to build upon. So I kind of feel like that's what's going on here. It's that stopping the pattern, that maybe some separation and no contact was necessary for you both to, work through some stuff individually so that we can sort of come back together and move away, chop out all the past stuff and start over fresh kind of energy there, Virgo. Okay, so that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, cross-watch your person's placements, subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Libra. Okay, Libra and the person they are not currently in contact with. Libra and the person they are not currently in contact with. Libra. This person. And The energy in the middle. Just clarify that central energy for Libra and the person they're not currently in contact with. Yeah, okay. So whatever's happened between you and this person, Libra, the energy between the two of you, I do have the whip coming through first, clarified by the anchor. So it kind of feels as though whatever's happened here, it's you both seem to be very aware that this is a problem that we're not going to resolve. You're both a little bit stuck on the drama, stuck on the trouble. So it feels as though you're both very aware that, we're stuck in drama. We're stuck in tension here. We're stuck in the fight. It's not going to be able to be resolved. Whatever's going on there. Your energy, Libra, we see the rider there. So you can kind of see the figure on the horse, throwing their head back with kind of like wild abandon. It's like I feel like you've given up on this and you're getting up on that horse and you're riding off into the sunset. You're ready to, just move on, I suppose, is, very quickly, I suppose you're very quickly moving on from this, even if you don't feel like you are. You're, getting back up on the saddle and I'm off to find, what I want to find here. Because, this is not going to be able to be resolved. So I'm just, good news, I'm going to go find what I want somewhere else. I'm going to get up on that horse and, try again. This person, we do have the dog energy coming through. So it does seem a little bit more important to this person than you yourself to, maintain the friendship aspect of the connection. So, they still want to be friends, basically. They're like, I'm still here to support you. I still, you know, but I think you kind of know that it's not resolvable. Um, this person, that they've kind of got an understanding here that, we may just be very different people in some kind of way. And we're both just a little bit stuck on whatever's happened. And, um, they're kind of maybe just relying on their friends a lot and that sort of stuff as well. Um, it's kind of like it's up to you, balls in your court sort of thing, and you're seem to be more like you seem to be very accepting that whatever's in the middle of the both of you here, it's just drama, and you're like, that's it, I'm going to ride away from that. I don't want to be stuck in that. I don't want to be stuck. Just constant drama. Whereas this person, they're just like, but we can still be friends. I think that you're just like, no, it's just too much drama. I'm out of here. Any additional information for Libra and the person they're not currently in contact with? Self-indulgence, all right? Focusing on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. Which is, also important to note with that whip in the middle of the both of you, that, that can be inner conflict as well. That, it's kind of like this person, you bring out the worst in each other kind of thing. And this person maybe makes you feel like you have to punish yourself and it maybe brings up some self-worth issues here. And that's why you're very much like, well, look, it's just going to be the same drama every time. I'm going to end up just feeling crappy every time. So I'm just going to move on with my life. I get back up on that horse and try again. That's what I'm kind of getting there, Libra. But you are more than welcome to check your other placements, cross-watch the person's placements as well. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Scorpios. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio and the person you are not currently in contact with. Scorpio and the person you are not currently in contact with. Scorpio's energy. This person's energy and energy in the middle. Your energy, Scorpio, we have the sun. Very interesting energy. So there may have been some things come to light, especially just personal revelation type stuff about this connection. So you may just sort of be just trying to focus on your own happiness more than anything. Trying to focus on how do I get back to happy, whether it's with this person or without this person. I just want to be happy is what you're kind of saying to me there, Scorpio. This person, they have the fox energy. So they're just focusing on their own self. The fox in this sort of reading, it can be a little bit selfish, can be a little bit player type energy. This person's just kind of doing what they want to do. They're, saying what they think people want to hear, just so that they can get whatever they want out of the situation. They're trying to be clever with it, and a little bit selfish. Okay. The energy in the middle, we have the dog. Okay, so you both, there is still a lot of loyalty and understanding for each other, and it's this energy of friendship, both offering friendship to each other, but you seem to be just very focused on happiness and whatever's going to make you happy. If that's friendship with this person, awesome. If not, I feel like you're very prepared to just seek happiness, whether this is separate to this person completely or not. This person still is trying to offer you friendship, but it's a lot more casual than your energy. Okay, this person may be sort of like saying things to you, or would say something to you along the lines of, "How about we just be friends with benefits, so that they get their needs met?" But you're having some personal revelations about the situation. I feel like you're slowly starting to come to a deeper understanding of the situation here. Scorpio, any extra additional information for Scorpio in regard to the person they are not currently in contact with? We have the date card coming through, which is all about meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, planning and setting a date. So you're just focusing on happiness, and if that's meeting someone new, I feel like you're very much like, let's do that. It also does sort of show us that that's exactly what your person is doing already. With that player energy, they are already back out there. They are already trying to meet up with people, go on dates with people. For them, it's more of a hookup energy, whereas for you, it's actually a little bit more just about meeting new people and getting out and about a little bit more, and just getting involved in trying to find happiness for yourself wherever that sort of lays. Whereas for your person, it's a little bit more, it is vibing a little bit more of that player energy. Okay, Scorpio, you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Cross-watch your person's placements, subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Sagittarius. Sagittarius and the person you are not currently in contact with. Okay, Sagittarius and the person they are not currently in contact with, please. Sagittarius's energy, this person's energy, and the energy in the middle. Sagittarius. To be completely honest, I feel as though you're a little bit more hesitant than this person seems to be. Although, could go a little bit different as well. In your energy here, we do see the Tower. Okay, so I kind of feel like you're wanting some structure with this situation. You kind of like the foundation. You're focusing on the foundation. This sometimes can talk about the past and focusing on where did we go wrong kind of energy with that foundation thing. You are maybe isolating yourself a little bit at this situation, just in general at the moment. I do feel for you here, Sagittarius, that if there's no contact in this situation, it's probably because of you, to be honest. You seem to be just isolating yourself more so than anything at the moment. Just sort of trying to, it's kind of like I'm picking up maybe a little bit of that runner chaser dynamic here because I'm wanting to question you, Sagittarius. Like, are you sitting up in your tower kind of waiting for someone to come and go Rapunzel, let down your hair? Or are you just sitting up in your tower and actually trying to process and grow and heal and just taking some time out sort of thing? You do seem to be a little bit more structured, rigid, wanting stronger foundations in things around you, whether it be this connection or just in general there as well. Your person here, this person, we have the ring for this person that you're not currently in contact with. So there is a couple of different things here. So, their energy is focused on relationships to start with. So whether they're focused on, some sort of relationship with you, or whether they're focused on, and, I do feel that for maybe one or two of you, this person is actually already in another relationship. Because if they are already in another relationship, it's actually got more to do with their own patterns, their own cycles. That this is a pattern for them. I am picking up, like I said, the runner-chaser dynamic. I am picking up a little bit of codependency here, which does come along with that runner-chaser dynamic. We've got codependency and we've got fear of codependency on the other side there. But it does kind of feel like they may be someone, they've established this pattern where they need to have someone. So if they are already in another relationship, that's probably why, because they're a little bit codependent and they need to have somebody there to make themselves feel whatever. The energy in the middle, though, we have the cross. You both do kind of feel like this is sort of destined to come back around again at some point. Doesn't necessarily talk about, immediately or anything like that. It does show us that there is a sort of destined spiritual connection between the two of you here. Although I do feel as though you probably feel a little bit more burdened by that than this person does. You both of you do kind of, it's this weird energy where you both are both actually have a little bit of faith that this is going to come back around again at some point. Any additional information for Sagittarius here? Any additional information for Sagittarius with the person they're not currently in contact with? Karmic relationships. So there's that destiny. Fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving yourself. So, this is possibly why it does feel like it's not completely over, like there is some sort of destiny, some sort of deeper spiritual connection between the two of you, because I'm just sort of picking up that, that I don't know that the karmic stuff has been completely fulfilled here. There may still be a lesson that you both need, or one of you needs, connected to this connection. So I'll leave you to work that one out. If you do feel like it's not over, then there probably is still something that needs to be learnt here, from this connection. Once again, I do feel as though it may be more so on this person's side because of that ring, because that can talk about, patterns and cycles. And so, maybe this is what they need in order to learn how to break that cycle for themselves. So, and especially too with you here as the Tower, that is more authoritarian. That is more the, the boss energy, the authority. So it's kind of like a teacher. It can talk about schools and stuff like that sometimes too. So it's kind of like you're the teacher and they're the student, and they still have something they need to learn before this is completely over and done with. But but if you are feeling that spiritual connection, that would be why. There is some stuff. It's kind of part of both of your destiny to be resolving this karmic stuff between the two of you. All right, because stuff we all signed on for before we even knew what we were signing up for, really. So that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, cross-watch the person's placements, and we will move on over to our Capricorns. Capricorn and the person they are not currently in contact with. Capricorn and the person they are not currently in contact with, please. Capricorn's energy. This person's energy and the energy between them. I was just talking about some of the deepest stuff between people with Sagittarius, Capricorn. And I am straight away picking up on that here too. Can I just get one more to clarify the energy between the two of us, please? The energy between Capricorn and the person that they are not currently in contact with. One more to clarify, please. Yeah, it does feel strong, Capricorn, this connection. On the bottom of the deck, we have the moon, all right? So there is a sense of intuition, spiritual connection, connected emotionally to this person. It does feel like some sort of spiritual connection between you and this person. Okay, Capricorn, your energy though, we have the hearts. You're the love, baby. You are the love in this connection, that's for sure. All that love it belongs to you, Capricorn. It comes from you. Don't ever let anyone say Capricorns are cold-hearted or anything like that. Capricorns just love, when they love hard and a lot. They inflate that little Capricorn heart up, and it can get so full. It's hard to share it. You're just love, Capricorn. You're just coming from a place of love. So for a lot of you, you probably still have a lot of emotion for this person. A lot of love for this person, regardless of what's happened in the past. This person's energy, we have the masculine. Okay, and you can kind of see with that masculine, it's kind of like, it brings to mind the imagery of like, there's a couple of imageries I'm getting here. It depends what sort of line of faith you hail from, I suppose, because we do have the more religious imagery, like, Jesus up on the cross there. But we also see, arms open arms, give it to me, come what may kind of energy. We also see, I'm also getting like alien abduction vibes, like this person is being abducted. So for some of you, it's like this person feels like you abducted them. You were so alien to them with the way that you love, or with, just something about this connection. It was very alien to them. Maybe they've never been loved that way before or something like that. It was very alien to them. And they kind of feel like you abducted their heart in a way, and that it's like, that, take me home to the mothership. So I'm getting a little bit of that energy though. But the masculine energy, it's a bit chaotic, to be honest. They control the emotional stuff. They trying to be very logical, trying to be very up in their head, very non-emotional about the situation. But I do feel like this is a little bit of a front, because, deep down it's kind of like, oh, Capricorn abducted my heart, and, take me back to the mothership. But they're also trying to put on this front, like, I'm this big burly man. I don't have feelings. Regardless of gender as well. It's like that's the energy. It's the masculine energy they're trying to embrace, and sort of maybe a little bit of power there as well. They're trying to sort of control not only their feelings, but everything. They may be a little bit controlling, that person. So we do see them in opposition to you, because you're coming from heart and they're coming from head. So that's a little bit of opposition. They're trying to, be reality, whereas your soul, your love, so to mix those in the middle sometimes is really hard. But then in the middle of the two of you, we have the house. This person is family. This is my home. Home is where the heart is, and the heart is you, Capricorn. Home is where the heart is, right? This is stability, security, feeling very safe and secure with each other, regardless of what's happened, regardless of who each other is. We have the lily clarifying that, which is vulnerability, emotional vulnerability. It may take a lot of emotional vulnerability to admit that this person is my safe zone. This person is home. This person is my family. More so on the person's side rather than yours, Capricorn, because you're in that love energy, they're in that masculine energy. So masculine energy finds it very hard to connect with the vulnerable side of themselves, but it's still there in the joint energy here. And the other thing with the lily is longevity, long-term energy. It's you're my home forever kind of thing. It's like, I see myself growing old with you kind of energy. Sometimes it can talk specifically, about the end of life and retirement villages and that sort of thing. So it's kind of like this person sees you as the long term for their life. For some reason, I don't know why it's coming up, but something I've said to people in the past is, I just want to meet somebody that I can have, the matching velour tracksuit with, and, walk down the street as little itty bitty old people, holding hands, wearing our matching trackies, and just, looking at each other. How you see those little old couples and they're like so super cute. That's what I want. I say that to people all the time. I just want the matching velour tracksuits. I don't even know where it came from, but there was like period of time where, like, everywhere I went, I saw all these little old couples wearing matching exercise jumpsuit things, like kind of Squid Gamey outfits, right? But they were always little matching ones. So you'd see like, and they were like that velour material. So I don't know what it was, but it was just this phase that happened. So a fairly long time ago now, but it's just kind of stuck in my mind where, I can wear a pink velour or purple or red velour, and they can have their blue velour or grey or whatever, but we're matching because it's the same outfit, and, we're matching, or we can both have dark blue or whatever, dark blue and light blue. And I just thought it was so cutesy, this image I've got of, the ideal love for me. You know, that's what it is. It's someone that wants to wear matching tracksuits when we're old and grey. Any additional information for Capricorn and the person that they're not currently in contact with? Any additional information for Capricorn with this person they're not currently in contact with? Abundance, Capricorn. We love that for you. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss are yours. All right. So manifest that love. The love that you have coming from within, manifest that out into the universe to, get what you want from this connection, because, that joint energy, manifest that into reality, because this person, they're very stuck in reality. So, you coming from the heart and soul there, you can manifest that into reality, and then they've got no choice but to admit it, right? And get in touch with their emotions a little bit more. They are trying to control their emotions, but it remains to be seen how long that can last for, because but that's what we've got for you, Capricorn. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, or cross-watch your person's placements as well. Subscribe, and we'll move on over to our Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius and the person they are not currently in contact with. Aquarius and the person you are not currently in contact with. Aquarius's energy, this person's energy, and the energy in the middle. Kind of relatively straightforward here, Aquarius. I did have a similar one, earlier, but it was, the opposite way around. So I'd be very interested, because that's definitely going to be relevant for a couple of you, where if you watch your person's one and you see your card as the placement for their person, because I am feeling that this is the similar message, both kind of matching up a little bit here. So, you're more than welcome to check the person's placement as well. The card we have for you, we have the Coffin. Okay, so it kind of shows me that you're willing to put an end to the fight. You're willing to, death to the past, close the door on the past, so that we can, close that lid, focus on a brand new beginning, rebirth the situation, start over again. Okay, death and rebirth with that Coffin energy, burying the past, ending all the negative stuff between us, so that we can focus on the new beginning, the rebirth. Your person here, Aquarius, we have the Clover. Okay, so this person seems to be willing to take a chance, jump in the deep end, Aquarius. They may come towards you quite impulsively. Okay, this is that sort of taking a risk, taking a chance. So that it may happen. This is a very short-term energy as well. So I do feel as though this person, may pop up out of nowhere, take a chance of some sort to come towards you. They may come bearing gifts. We have the flowers in the middle there, which is gifts, giving to each other. It is a very reciprocal energy. So to see this in between the two of you is very, very positive, because it's both of you being willing to, give to each other, give to this connection, give to that rebirth that you seem to be looking for. Okay, giving your time, your love, your energy to one another. So both of you in a very positive energy there, willing to give. It does seem to be, for you at least, needing to let go of the past and close the lid on some stuff from the past in order to do so. But any additional information for Aquarius with the person that they're not currently in contact with? Any additional information for Aquarius, please? Karmic relationship, Aquarius. Fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving yourself. So I feel like that's what we're needing to let go of, is the karma that has been occurred here in the past. So for some of you, when you're looking at that Coffin energy and we're closing the lid on the past, for some of you, it may not actually be about closing, closing out and forgiving the past of things that have happened between you and this person that you're not in contact with. For some of you, it's letting go of a greater past, like somebody else from the past, maybe like an actual karmic relationship from the past, that maybe you allowed to influence this connection, those sorts of things. But for others of you, it's kind of like, where it is this connection, it's kind of like you're that's what you're closing the lid on, the karmic part of this relationship, the things that you were, supposed to learn from one another, the resentment that built up, in the connection. So you're like letting go of the past, which is that karma stuff, between the two of you, so that we can now actually develop this into a new type of connection. Because I am feeling that, a karmic relationship, once we resolve the karmic issue between the two of us, in rare cases, which I kind of feel like this might be, a karmic relationship, once those lessons have been learned and we've both done the work necessary, this can actually become like a soulmate connection from there on. It can actually still be a very strong soul connection, because at the bottom of it all, a karmic connection is a soul connection. It's just sort of based upon learning and growth that is necessary. But once that's taken care of, once we've learnt that, once we've dealt with that karmic stuff, it can just be it can still be a strong soul connection. So I do feel that for a couple of you, that may be the case here, that, there is a lot of potential here, and you're both willing to give to this. And, I suppose for some of you, it remains to be seen whether all the lessons have been learnt or not. But I do feel that the karmic has passed. That's what we're closing the lid on. That karmic stuff is over and done with. And that we've actually both grown and changed and learnt, from the past here. That's why you're wanting to, end that coffin energy. You're, putting a death to the karmic section of the relationship and just trying to move forward with the relationship rather than any karma attached to that, Aquarius. So that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Cross-watch the person's placements as well. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Pisces. Pisces and the person that you are not currently in contact with. Pisces and the person you are not currently in contact with. And the energy in the middle, please. Clarify the energy between Pisces and the person that they're not currently in contact with. Very interesting. The bottom of the deck here, Pisces, we do see the tree. A lot of growth has occurred since you were in contact with this person. And it's not just yours. Both of you have grown and matured a lot. I feel like for Pisces, for some of you, this is someone you haven't been in contact with for quite a while. Like, quite a while. And I'm not going to lie, I'm still kind of feeling like it may just be a little bit longer before we actually have some sort of contact between us. But I do feel like it's kind of feeling a little bit inevitable here, Pisces. Your energy, we have the ring. Okay, so your focus is, like on the relationships in your life and breaking cycles. I kind of feel here, Pisces, you've been paying attention to the patterns and the cycles, and that's the main growth that you've been focusing on of late is, how can I break those cycles that are no longer serving me? How can I change the patterns that I don't like? And move forward in relationships in a much more mature, healed kind of a way here. And then your person, they have the house. Okay, so they're very focused on family, home, their stability and security. So more so their family. Like there may be some family issues that are really, this person's needing to focus on at the moment. That maybe an actual property, like a house itself, they may be really, they're undertaking some renovations or something, and that's taking up all their, brain power or whatever. And there's some growth for them in that aspect. That because this tree can also talk about family and heritage, ancestor tree, family tree. So for some of them, they're actually healing those family wounds, and that's what they're healing from, family dramas, and healing ancestral wounds. So they're overcoming some stuff by the looks of that. With the tree on the bottom, I feel like you're both still sort of in progress. You're still healing a little bit, still growing and maturing a little bit before we do sort of come back together. But I am feeling that you and this person, it's kind of feeling inevitable that you and this person will come back together because right in the middle of the energy there, for both of you, we have the scythe. Suddenly breaking free and making a huge change, which this is where the contact comes to an end. Okay, out of nowhere, very suddenly, unexpectedly. It's like when you both least expect it, bang, back in contact. That was clarified by showing you the wrong side there. The flowers. The universe has got gifts for you two. It's kind of like this sudden, unexpected. It does feel like a bit of a chance meeting between you and this person that kind of brings you back into contact, and it's kind of like the universe gifting both of you this. So once again, I feel like this is something from quite a while ago. For some of you, it's only like 3 or 4 years, but for others of you, this is a lot longer than that. I'm picking up that this may be actually like you may not have had contact with this person for like 10 years or so. So both of you have had a lot of growth and maturity in that time. We're both willing to give time, love, energy to the connection, though. The flowers is a very positive energy to see in the middle of two people. It's very reciprocal, shared energy, very, willing to give my time, my love, my energy, and knowing that I'm going to receive that from you as well. So very positive energy there. Any additional information for Pisces with the person they're not currently in contact with? Pisces and the person they are not currently in contact with, please. Palm tree. Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. This could stand the test of time, Pisces. This whatever this person's working through with their stability and their family stuff, it's going to bring a lot of stability into the connection for you. In the long run, it's going to really influence the connection in some way, with permanence, stability, safety, and security in each other's arms. Kind of getting a very sort of romantic movie kind of energy here. But yeah, you keep on breaking those cycles and, thinking about, the patterns and cycles that you have been in relationships and how you want to break those and change those patterns and move into more security, more endurance, more flexibility and growth with your relationships, Pisces. Permanence. All right, so that's what we have. And we do have love call on the bottom. So that may be the sudden change is you get a phone call or a text message. All right, so that's what we have for you today, Pisces. More than welcome to check your other placements, cross-watch the person's placements, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys all again soon.